So once you've set up your document, you might want to add, in fact, you need to add some information here. So I've got my web page header here. I've got a number of YouTube and links that I'm going to create here. I haven't created the links here. I've just created an ordered list or an unordered list. See, it's an unordered list there. And we've got some lorem ipsum text here. And we've got a copyright notice down here. And if I was to actually pull this up to show you what this page looks like at the moment, you've got my web page here, you've got those links here, you've got the lorem ipsum text, and down here the copyright. So that's how we should actually set it up as fast as possible, get some information in here. So the idea now is that we're going to use this style sheet over here to actually change the colors of each of these things. So let's have a look at how we do that. Firstly, you'll notice how the header is set up over here. Now, if I press hash, I've got these labels here. I can go to navigation, put some curly brackets in there and give it some space there, and that will deal with the navigation. So anything that is to do with navigation will be over here. This is to do with header, so give it some space so we can put stuff in here. We're going to create another hash, and you'll see content, which is another one of those divs that I created, and then the final one, hash again, and we'll go to footer, and we can just put curly brackets in there. And so now we've got all of these elements here ready to go. So if I go over to CSS Designer, you'll notice how I can't see much in here. What I want to do is I just want to click in here, and you'll see how I've clicked on selectors, and I've got header, navigation, content, and footer. That means down here, I should be able to see some stuff. Now, if I can't see some stuff here, right, what it means is that I've got the show set enabled, and that's not as helpful for us at the moment. So just unclick that, and now we can get to different elements within here. So for example, here is the text element of the footer. If I go to the content, now that is the text element of the content. Here is the navigation, the text of the text of the navigation, etc. So let's just go to footer and change the color of that. And I'm going to change it to a purple of some kind. I press OK, and you'll see over here it says color 61CE. So it's actually worked out what color it should be. If I go back up to File, Save All, and then I just click on here, you'll see how it has automatically adjusted the color of my copyright, which is the footer, to purple. So let's have a look at that again. If I go to content, you notice how I clicked on here, it automatically went to content. If I click on here, it automatically goes to navigation. And the same way, I can click on content and it automatically will set it up ready to go in content. So let's have a look at our content color. And so let's go for a slightly more bizarre color. Press enter, and you'll notice how the color comes over here. Again, save all to be able to see it, and if I click on here, you'll see that the color has definitely changed. I don't particularly like this particular color, so I can go back and change that color in here to be a little bit more subdued, a little bit less dramatic. So you can see I'm just adjusting. It's this color here that I'm adjusting. This is a little bit better, I think. Press enter, and you'll notice it updates. Control, save all, and go to here, and it's a little bit better color. And so I can just keep working on this. If you see here, I can just keep working on this to change that color. I'm going to change the Google, the navigation color, and we're going to go to a blue of some kind. So let's choose that, and there is the color. If I go to header, I can choose the color in there, and I think we'll go for another kind of blue, maybe a darker kind of blue, that particular color, and save all. And now all the text has different colors. So it's only a subtle difference between this one, and this kind of matches up with this. This kind of sits up here. So now how do we make these elements a little bit better? So what if I was to put a slightly different background onto those? How do we do that? Let's have a look at borders. Let's have a look at all of these things. We've got background over here. There's our background, and here's our background color. And we can then choose a background color. Now I'm on header, so I want a gray style color, remembering it's going to have a blue thing. So let's make it a kind of a light gray. Press enter. And so then if I save all, I can see that it's got this gray color over here. And I can do the same for this navigation part, and the same for each of these. So I'm going to do that naturally now. Let's go for that. We're going to go for a slightly grayer color there, but I'm going to add a little bit of hue of the purple in there. So just a fraction of that purple in there. Let's have a look at that, because it's always good to, as you're going, just check. So you've got that purple. Am I happy with that? Yeah, okay. That's okay. I can change that if I really wanted to later. I'm going to change this color now. Let's have a look at it. Content, background color. Let's change it to a more purpley blue and press enter. Save all. That save all actually enables us to see what's going on here. I'm probably going to go for a grayer color here. So let's have a look here. Grayer. So we'll go for a more gray. There we go. Let's have a look. Save all. And there we go. There's a bit of a grayer color, and that works a little bit better. And the copyright notice, I might keep the same. I might keep it as the white. So we can experiment with a lot of these things, and we'll talk more about floating elements in the next video.